I did go and see Rob Paulson do a like a 2-man show with the other guy from the Animaniacs at the Cunning Room. It was
Were they
sick.
just doing the Animaniacs?
I mean, they did the songs live.
Also, here's the thing.
It was actually kind of sick.
The Animaniacs definitely just stole the designs for those characters from Jim Woodring.
I don't know who that is.
Pull up Frank by Jim Woodring, and then we'll read some more Justin Roiland DMs.
Frank by who?
Jim Woodring.
I mean, that's a stretch.
I don't think so. The character Frank.
This?
Yes.
You think that's...
And he literally says the reason why Frank looks like that is because he didn't want him to look like a discernible animal. The same reasoning behind the Warner Brothers looking the way they look.
I don't know about that. I mean, that is same reasoning, sure.
And they look pretty similar.
I mean...
What I'm saying is Steven Spielberg's a hack.
Oh, yeah, we know that, though.
I could do a better movie.
Steven Spielberg...
When's the last good Steven Spielberg movie?
I don't know, dude. I think he's going to win all the
E.T.?
Oscars this year.
For what?
Fabelmans?
What is that?
I really do think it's
Sounds like a Jewish deli that makes... I don't know. Fables.
Baklava?
Yeah. Grape leaves.
So it's apparently like his 7th autobiography film.
Fabelmans.
The Fabelmans, yeah. It's like essentially like the story of his family and how they raised like a brilliant, profound director.
Wait a second. Steven Spielberg made a movie about himself, and it's got Oscar buzz.
Steven Spielberg's The Fabelmans tells the mostly true story of his own childhood and introduction to filmmaking in post-war America.
Is there a trailer for this piece of dog? Steven Spielberg sucks.
I mean, it's literally...
Has he ever made a good movie?
Jaws. Jaws was a good movie.
All right, that's it. Did he even make Jaws 2? No. They were like, I guess you're out of ideas. We need somebody who could come up with new shark ideas. We need to make Jaws 2 and Jaws 3. Get out of it. You only had one shark movie in your back pocket, you hack? I can write 6 sharks movies right now. Like, pull up this Fableman movie.
And then that guy wrote the next 7 Jaws in a night.
Yeah. Couple hours.
Movies are dreams
Oh, this is already the gayest thing ever.
that you never forget. Sammy?
Everybody forgets everything about movies. All the time. Aha, your husband's dead.
The lights change how everything looks. It's hard to find our house.
Ours is the dark house with no lights.
Because you're Jewish.
In this family, it's the scientists versus the artists. Sammy's on my team, takes after me.
What kind of movie are we gonna make?
I hate
You can
everything
dismiss what
about
he does.
this.
It's playful or imaginative. You could afford to be a little encouraging.
She should have been a concert piano player. What she got in her heart.
Pause it, pause it, pause it.
You can't just
And my David's aliens? They're going to touch your finger. This is what he's going to do, my Steven. What the is Judd Hirsch in this? First of all, why does he look the exact same age as he did when Independence Day came out 35 years ago?
That's just, dude. By the way, same thing with Maggie Siff.
I don't know who that is.
The old British broad.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
not Judi Dench.
Okay.
She's literally... We watched a movie where Helena Bonham Carter was 16 years old. She looks the same today as she did then.
Strange.
It's crazy.
All right, push play.
love something, you also have to take care of it. It's more important than your hobby.
Can you stop calling it a hobby?
Mom got a monkey.
Why'd you get a monkey?
Because I needed a laugh.
You always have to be the center of attention.
Stop shouting at her.
That has been nothing but disrespect from you. I'm your mother.
Family, art. It'll tear you in two.
You stop making movies, it'll break your mother's heart.
I don't know what to do anymore.
You do what your heart says you have to.
What was your favorite part?
Now, that made me dislike Jewish people. I'm going to be honest with you. And I typically love Jewish people. Like, you see when that bagel said Jew hole, I was like, I think most Jewish people would think that was funny.
Yeah.
Like, most Jewish people I know would be like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Call a bagel a Jew hole. Yeah. I put this Jew hole in my Jew hole. It's like when new solar systems are created, when stars crash into each other. That looks terrible. It looks like
atrocious.
A very, very bad movie. I hate that it looks colorized. Like, it looks like they filmed it in black and white and then poorly colorized it. Whatever filter he's using on the entire movie to show a sense of wonder in himself as a child disgusts me. Hollywood patting itself on the back sucks. Are you saying this is his sixth autobiographical?
I don't know. 6 is probably a stretch, but there was that other one, 8mm, I think was him.
Is that about him? I thought that was wasn't that just Nicolas Cage getting it in?
No, it was
that was 8mm.
Yeah, no. I think this was another 9mm, maybe.
That's what I want to put in my mouth if you make me watch the Fabelmans.
All right, I gotta find his.
And also, just like his Jewish mother's overbearing. Maybe don't be so anti-Semitic against yourself, Steven.
True. That is on him. I can't find it now. Damn, it's pissing me off. It was some movie about, like, it was just kids. He's made like a bunch of movies about kids making movies. And that's like his whole experience growing up.
I mean, that just makes you a rich kid. Because how old is Steven Spielberg? 70?
Something like that. I know there was like a thing when he was like super young. Mm-hmm. I remember reading a story about how 76. I remember reading about how when he was super young, he like went on to like the Universal lot and would just go into like a producer's office and start making phone calls to try to get financing for his movies when he was like 12.
He would what?
Yeah, he would just make phone calls. He went on to the Universal lot as like hold on, Steven Spielberg, teenager studio. I feel like he would. Okay, before Steven Spielberg signed on to work with Universal, he hid in the
Wait, so
bathroom
he
stall.
was the Animaniacs? He would run around the Warner movie lot?
Yes.
And then they'd lock him in the tower? Whenever he'd get caught, but he'd get out?
Okay, yeah. Yes, it was
Then
the
he'd
Universal.
shout, and now you know the plot?
It was the Universal lot, but almost identical story.
So now he's plagiarizing himself to make Animaniacs, and he's plagiarizing Jim Woodring. I don't like any of this.
Yep. Dude, the Animaniacs were an autobiographical story.
Of the Warner Brothers and their sister.
Dot.
Yeah. It's kind of an interesting thing because it's like how Rod Serling's wife wrote all those things. When nobody ever hears about the sister. You know? It's interesting. The Fabelmans suck. What a bad... And, like, I know I kind of seemed a little insensitive in the beginning, and then I realized, like, oh, they're doing a whole Jewish thing. I don't think Steven Spielberg was ever put upon as a Jewish person. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give Mel Brooks a little of that because he's, like, 90. How old is Steven Spielberg?
76.
I guess that's close, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was born, like, right after World War II.
I think people were being nice to Jews then.
He's the first baby boomer.
I think people were being nicer to Jews back then because it was right after World War II.
It does check out.
I would have been super nice to all the Jews for a while after that.
Yeah.
Until, you know.
I mean, come on.
You got to split a check or something. I mean, in all honesty, I knew a guy whose last name was Israeli who literally used to pull out a tip card when the checks would come.
What does that mean?
They used to sell, before you had like calculator on your phone, there was a card you could put in your wallet it was like a multiplication table, but like of what the tip should be for every amount up to $100.
That's wild.
You could Google image it. And I'm telling you, the only person I ever saw with this is one Jewish guy I know. But it was a mass-produced product.
Easy tip card.
Right? That is exactly it. Holy shit.
And it only goes
Imagine
up to
paying
$50.
$5.49 for that.
Oh, no. It goes up to $100.
But imagine paying $5.49 for that. Think about how you calculate the tip. Divided by 10 times 2. That's not hard.
Yeah, but who wants to be doing math?
You just move the decimal point over and then multiply by 2.
You know, times something by 2?
You're telling me a Jewish guy can't do that simple math. Any Jewish guy can do that math.
It's true.
And they're not even Asian. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you subscribe to the show on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get podcasts. And make sure you follow me at Chris from BKLYN on Twitter. Also, of course, make sure you support our sponsor. That sponsor is Vinylgraph. With Vinylgraph, you can make custom graffiti pieces that are on vinyl stickers that adhere to your wall. They're reusable. You can take them down, use them again. Vinylgraph.com. It's VINYLGRAFF.com. Use the promo code Chris1 at checkout, and they're going to give you a sweet 10% discount. That's Vinylgraph.com. Use the promo code Chris1 for a discount.